Hi. Welcome back to the Taehyung Lovers channel, the most beloved channel in the world. But wait, don't swipe your screen. Don't skip. Instead, take a pause that could change the way you see coffee, low prices, and market trust. Stop. Take a breath. Look around you for 3 seconds. Because this story is not about coffee alone. It is about trust, market anger, and one fact that quietly slaps a major industry without warning. Why cheap brands are actually able to beat everything. January 2026 became a point that made many players in the coffee industry start to feel uneasy. While other brands competed to sell a premium image, Compose Coffee moved forward with cold, indisputable data. They were named #1 in customer satisfaction by the Korea Consumer Agency, based on a survey of 1,600 consumers from various backgrounds. This is not a one-sided claim, nor the result of an advertising campaign. This is the public's voice speaking loudly. And from here, a big question emerges. What are consumers really looking for today? In the middle of a coffee industry landscape that is increasingly crowded, expensive, and full of gimmicks, Compose Coffee appears with a face that is almost complete opposite. Its stores are easy to access, prices are friendly, flavors are consistent, and service is fast and efficient. There are no exaggerated promises, no forced narratives. What exists is certainty, that today's cup will be just as honest as yesterday's cup. Ironically, in an era full of claims and illusions, this certainty has become the new luxury. The numbers are astonishing and hard to ignore. Throughout 2025 to 2026, sales increased by more than 10%. About 200 million cups of Americano were sold in a single year, becoming a symbol of loyalty built not through hype, but through habit. When the collaboration with Kim Taehyung BTS V was announced, many thought it was merely a celebrity strategy. But for industry observers, this move was a positioning statement about sincerity, selectivity, and a rejection of excess. Compose Coffee did not raise prices. They raised meaning. The peak of the story came in January 2026, when the 3,000 store officially opened in Seoul in less than 18 months since the 2000 outlet. This speed of expansion is not merely aggressive, it is intimidating. With the backing of the Jollibee Group, Compose Coffee is now preparing to step into Southeast Asia, bringing the philosophy of coffee, as it should be, to a global market that is price-sensitive yet increasingly quality-conscious. And at this point, the question shifts. Is the global market ready to accept honesty of taste amid an onslaught of hyper-emotional branding? Before we go deeper and peel back the story layer by layer, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and activate the notification bell, so you don't miss other latest news that is often uncomfortable for industries, but important for the public. Now it's your turn to speak. Is low price still synonymous with low quality? Or is Compose Coffee opening our eyes to the fact that the industry has been selling too many illusions all along? Write your opinion in the comment section, because your voice can be more honest than any advertisement. January 2026 once again confirmed Compose Coffee's position as a leader in the low-cost coffee segment by achieving the #1 ranking in overall customer satisfaction. This recognition was awarded by the Korea Consumer Agency on January 24th, based on a comprehensive survey of 1,600 consumers from various backgrounds. The result is not just a number, but a portrait of public trust that has grown consistently from real customer experiences. In an increasingly competitive coffee industry landscape, Compose Coffee stands out through accessibility that feels almost effortless. Its stores are easy to reach, prices are affordable, yet without sacrificing quality. Consumers assess that every cup served maintains a stable flavor standard, while service is delivered quickly, warmly, and efficiently. A combination that rarely lasts long in the low-price segment, more than just a place to buy coffee. Compose Coffee has successfully built a reputation as a brand that understands the rhythm of customers' daily lives. That is where its true value lies, delivering an experience that is simple, consistent, and satisfying. This ranking ultimately becomes proof that quality does not always have to be expensive, and that consumer trust is a result of attention to detail carried out repeatedly, day after day. The rapid growth of Compose Coffee has now become one of the main engines driving the global expansion of the Jollibee Group. In the midst of an increasingly competitive market, the brand has instead recorded an impressive surge in performance. Total product sales throughout 2025 to 2026 increased by more than 10% compared to previous year. Americano, an icon of simplicity as well as flavor consistency, sold approximately 200 million cups in a single year, underscoring the power of volume and consumer loyalty. A strategic collaboration with BTS V further strengthens the brand's competitiveness, combining global cultural influence with high-end consumer engagement. Holding firmly to positioning coffee as it should be, Compose Coffee maintains a large-scale direct roasting system managed internally. This approach serves as a foundation of consistent quality, as well as the soul of the 2025 campaign with BTS V that emphasized sincerity toward coffee, a narrative about honesty in taste, process, and commitment. The peak of that momentum was marked in January 2026 with the opening of the 3,000 store in Seoul in less than 18 months after reaching 2,000 outlets. This milestone underscores strong consumer appeal, a scalable operational model, and Compose Coffee's role as a growth catalyst within the Jollibee Group's international portfolio. With solid domestic market dominance, Compose Coffee is now preparing to step into Southeast Asia, riding the global K-food wave through a value proposition rooted in quality and affordability. But behind those numbers, there is one question that has begun to make the industry uneasy. Why are consumers giving the highest scores to the brand that is the least showy? In South Korea, a market known to be brutal for F&B brands, low prices are often synonymous with compromise. But Compose Coffee systematically breaks that assumption. They do not sell layered dreams filled with jargon. They sell certainty. The certainty that today's taste will be the same as yesterday's. The certainty that prices will not change just because of trends. The certainty that customers do not need to hope. They simply come and receive. From a consumer psychology perspective, this is the critical point. When the market is filled with artificial differentiation, consistency transforms into a new luxury. And Compose Coffee has monopolized it in the low-cost segment. It is no surprise that the Korea Consumer Agency's survey recorded high scores not only for taste, but also for price fairness, service speed, and brand trust. Three indicators that are usually difficult to unite. This is not luck. This is a result of disciplined operational design. The collaboration with Kim Taehyung BTS V is also not merely a celebrity marketing strategy. In the eyes of industry analysts, this move is a positioning statement. V is publicly known as a figure who is selective, artistic, and rejects excess. Those values resonate directly with the narrative of sincerity carried by Compose Coffee. Instead of raising prices, the brand strengthened the meaning of its product, a step that psychologically deepens loyalty. This is where many competitors begin to feel offended, because Compose Coffee proves that large scale does not have to sacrifice integrity, and global popularity does not always demand premium pricing. This fact is uncomfortable, especially for brands that have long relied on image rather than consistency. The opening of the 3,000 store is not the end of the story. It is a turning point. With the support of the Jollibee Group's global network, Compose Coffee is now entering a phase where its domestic model will be tested in international markets. Southeast Asia becomes a logical target. A dense market, price-sensitive, yet increasingly quality-aware. Exactly the terrain that Compose Coffee has long mastered. The question now shifts. Is the global market ready to accept the philosophy of coffee as it is amid the onslaught of hyper-emotional branding? Or is this precisely the moment for global consumers to be honest, that what they're really looking for is not a long story, but a cup of coffee that does not disappoint? Compose Coffee seems to have chosen its path. And based on January 2026 data, the public has already given its answer. Now it's your turn. Is low price still synonymous with low quality? Or is Compose Coffee opening our eyes that this industry has too often been deceiving its own consumers? Your comment may be more honest than any advertisement.